Welcome back. In this unit, we're going to talk about identifying what you do want in a relationship. And I know a lot of you are probably saying, well, isn't that what you do anyway? Isn't that what we all do? And the answer is yes, of course it is. But what I want you to do is actually write it down and make a hard definition about what it is that you want. You're going to decide later on what priority all of these things have. This is a must have. This is something that I can compromise on. And these are things that are definitely deal breakers. So we're going to talk a little bit about what's on these sheets. But I want you, as always during this whole course, I want you to be brutally honest. Nobody else has to see these answers. Nobody else has to know what's on in your mind, because it's very important for you to be honest with yourself and to recognize and define what it is you are really looking for, so that way you find your perfect partner, the perfect partner for you. And the more detailed that you get, the better of a result you're going to have. So this first section is about just some basic stuff. Okay. Do you want to date a man or a woman? Or either? Are you looking for a long-term serious relationship that may move into marriage or not? Or do you want them to move in with you or not? Do you want something that's more casual, just somebody that you can go to dinner with and go away with once in a while? Are you looking for a booty call? Um, be honest. There's nothing wrong with any of those choices. It's what are you looking for? Do you want to have more children or not? What's going to have priority in this relationship, your job or your partner or your kids, or what comes first? And honor that. Okay, because that's part of your value system, isn't it? How much time do you want to spend with this person every week? Define those things now. When you first meet somebody, you know how that is. There's that honeymoon phase, and it's like you want to be around them all the time, and you want, oh, this is, but keep in mind what you want it to look like for the long term, because that's where you don't want to become the love chameleon where you change what it is you want because you've got this person that you're enamored with. And when the dust settles, you want to make sure that you're in the right spot and you have exactly what it is that you want and what you need. Okay, so that's why I want you to do this. The next section, which is, I have to tell you, so many of us ask for relationships for the wrong reasons. Okay. We do it because we feel worthless. We're not a worthwhile human being unless somebody else loves us. We do it because that's what society expects, or that's what our friends expect. Our friends may say, well, why don't you have a guy? You're such a pretty, awesome, intelligent woman. You should have a man in your life. Who says? Who says? What are the things in your life that are important to you? And remember the value exercises. And this is why I want you to do this exercise. I want you to make sure that, just absolutely 100% sure that the reasons that you want a relationship are logical and reasonable. If you want to have a relationship because you don't want to be at home alone, well, there's nothing wrong with that as long as your self-confidence and your self-esteem are intact. There are other ways to deal with loneliness other than actually having a partner. So you want to make sure that you're having a partner, your desire to have a partner is for the right reason. Okay. So you can work through that section. That's important. It's all important, isn't it? I keep saying that, but it's all important. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to have company or to be part of a team, or to have someone to love and care for. But just make sure it's not to validate something that you should be doing for yourself. Okay. Go back to your self-confidence and self-esteem unit and work through that again. If you find that there are illogical reasons that you have there, make sure that you're comfortable in your own skin before you even start a search for a partner. Okay. So this is the fun bit. Let's define your dream partner. If you could have anything in the world that you wanted, okay, in a partner, right on down, from looks down to personality traits, um, to the situation that they're in. What would it be? Um, Brainstorm, think big. What do you think that you want to have? Okay, write it down. How would he behave? What does he look like? What does he act like? Who are his friends? What does he do for a living? This is your dream partner. Okay, now the person, you can create an avatar just like you did for yourself, like your, my amazing super Q, super Susie Q. That's who I aspire to be. So create an avatar for your dream partner. What is his name? What does he look like? How does he act? Now, some of it may be unrealistic, okay, but that's okay. This is your fun time, to think big. Now, that doesn't mean that you should reject everybody out of hand that you meet that doesn't fit into that avatar. But you can use this to define exactly what things, as we had mentioned just a minute ago, what things are crucial, essential, must haves. Now, chances are the way they look is probably not going to be a crucial, essential must have. The fact that they're employed, that they're kind, that they are concerned about the environment or concerned about things that you're concerned about, or the fact that that you do or do not want them to have their own children or want to have children with you. These are things that may be non-negotiable for you. Make a list, create your avatar, and then you can make notes. Okay, well, this is a must have. This is a must have. This I can compromise on. I really don't care one way or the other. Absolutely not on that. Okay. And you can make a list of what it is that are the deal breakers and the must not haves, what I don't want. Okay. And make sure that you do not compromise on those later. Those are the things that you may not want to compromise on. Things like he's got to have a job, or at least be employable, or at least be looking for employment, or whatever it might be for you. Okay. Um, so now you have a good idea of what your partner should look like and what you do want. Okay. So as you get out there and you start meeting new people, you can compare them and see how close they come to your dream avatar, or at least those must haves. Okay. And of course, the things that you must not have. So you get the idea. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. Now remember, here is something that we may have mentioned before, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit more now. There is something that I call the new car factor. So think about this. When you go out and you get a car, all of a sudden you start driving around and you notice all the other ones like it on the road, right? Now, the Jolly Green Giant of cars did not pop down out of the sky and go and dump all these new cars on the road. It's familiar to you now, and that's why you are recognizing all of those other cars just like yours on the road, right? The same thing applies to other people and our personality traits. Okay, so if you are sending out, for lack of a better word, a vibe. I'm not a woo-woo person. I'm all about logic and reason, and this is something, though, that does fall within the category of science, okay? When we display to others that we are needy, that we are desperate, that we do not have a healthy sense of self-esteem, anything along those lines, we are basically sending out a vibe, for lack of a better word, to other people that this is what we're all about. There is something called social intelligence. Other people can suss out how we're feeling and vice versa without us saying a word. Okay. There is nonverbal communication. Okay. Your body language, your facial expressions, the way you carry yourself, and also your attitude. Okay. And this is why I made a big deal over creating an attitude of gratitude and positivity. This is what we display to the world. And the new car factor is going to guarantee that the people who find that familiar and appealing are going to be attracted to you. So who do you want to attract? And this is the whole crux of the program here is the new car factor. What you put out into the world, that is what you are going to attract back. So if you display that needy, I feel worthless, I'm willing to slice my guts open and spill them for you to please you, what are you going to attract? You are going to attract either the relationship losers who have no self-confidence of their own, and you're going to have a codependent relationship, or you're going to attract the psychic vampires who see that and zoom in on you because they know they can take advantage of you because you don't have the self-esteem and the self-worth to stand up and say, no, you can't do that to me. What the hell? Okay. Conversely, when you show the world that you are comfortable in your own skin and that you are positive and you're grateful for the things in life that you have, and you're mindful and you're loving life and you're enjoying your life, you are going to attract other people who feel the same way. They are going to recognize that in you because it's familiar to them because they feel the same way. That is where you're going to find your dream partner. That is what is going to attract your ideal partner to you, is that they are going to recognize those positive traits in you. Okay. There is the concept of complementary relationships where one partner has certain traits and the other person has traits that go along and they complete each other, complement each other. That opposites attract thing, that is true to a degree. However, when it comes to core values and the way that you feel about life, that is something that you've got to be on the same page. Okay, got to be on the same page or it's not going to work. You want to make sure that the vibe that you are sending out is one of love and acceptance and positivity and gratitude and self-worth and self-confidence and self-esteem. Okay. Um, okay. So what else? The other thing is too, is that when you are desperate and you really want something, I got to have it. I want it. I want it. I want it. Okay. Your self-conscious is going to hear want and will continually put you into situations and give you attitudes that will keep you in the stage of wanting. Okay. This is the real law of attraction. Okay. If your subconscious hears you saying, I am content with what I have, okay, I am happy, I am content, what your subconscious mind is going to do is place you in situations and in places that you will have. Okay, it will give you more to have because it hears you saying, I have and I'm happy. So it will continually fill that void for you. Okay, and put you in places and give you the attitudes and the subconscious thought processes that you need to get those things. And like I said, this is science, ladies. This isn't woo-woo stuff. Okay, this is the way your mind works. So I'm really grossly oversimplifying the whole process, but you get the idea. So what I want you to do is to go through the worksheet and define what it is that you're looking for. And we'll talk again next time. Have a wonderful, awesome, amazing day, and I'll talk to you soon.